Hey everybody, this is Fran Fraschella, draft expert and basketball junkie. To everybody who's watching, let's get our friends at General Manager Games the subscribers they deserve. Just press that red subscriber button and immerse yourself in sports AI through GM Games content. And on Twitter, it's GM_games. Let's get after it. Let's go.
All right, getting set up. This is the Recruiting Bonanza 2025. This is Chris, GM Games, just going to get the word out. Just be a couple minutes here. Slack channels. All right, just getting it off to Twitter. And almost off we go. So let's try to get the league into the chat. Haven't checked to see who's in the chat yet. Right now, it doesn't look like too many people are watching. Want to make sure everyone has audio going all right. And let's just double check to see that I got the game going okay here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right, Big Ev. Cav, what's up? AK, all right, so everyone wants to really know what's going on. Let's see who else can make it. A lot of people have a busy Saturday night. Not everyone can be around sitting on the internet. Let's just give it a couple more minutes and they'll get started, but it's one for 125 down, so it's not going to be that big a deal. Hey, Kid Coffee Black, what's up, Coffee? Welcome. And Agos here, welcome. Okay, so let's do it. Let's get this thing underway. What I do is, most importantly here, is reveal that we're on the day before right now. Here's the top 25 screen. I'm just on it at the moment. I then, from that point, after moving over, we go into cards is some of his details. We go to a top 125, so that's the high prospects list. And then afterwards we go and go through it. So if you don't know what this is the College Basketball General Manager, CBGM, run by GM Games. GM Games covers all these types of sports simulation algorithms. And the website for this, I'm just going to post it in the chat if you catch this on YouTube. And that's CBGM News. And we're about 111 teams now. There's just one other dropout today, but it's quite a bit of activity, 5 years deep. So off we go. All right. So with that in mind, going to roll over and hope there's no bugs. And then what I do is I just, black it out for a sec. I even put like a piece of paper in front of my face so I can't see who's even like the top picks or on the top 10. To not surprise me either. So with that in mind, let's get cracking. And here we go. And I'm gonna crack one of these too. So So I take it everyone can hear the audio all right? And please don't have any bugs. I know about a week ago, or a few sims ago, we had a corrupted coach file. Really hope that doesn't happen here. So we're processing. All right, everyone's good with the audio? Okay, good news. All right, so it's gone down. So what I do now is, so no one can get, spoiled or know what's up. I go to the recruiting under cards, and then I go take a look, and I start from 125 back, try not to see number 1. And then I keep pressing, I guess, left. So, okay. So from this point on now, even for me, I'm going to get this piece of paper in front of my face. I'm going to, first of all, black this out. Now I'm going to go to cards, count. Then I'm going to go to recruiting players list. Then I need to get the top one. Okay. All right. Done. Okay. So here we go. 125, and I'm going to roll through these pretty quick. But hey, perfect. Thanks for following. Welcome for joining the league. This is your first one. 125, Rondale Keefe. Going nowhere, so I don't know if anyone cared about him. Kent State. 124, Vanderbilt, Fairfield in on Joachim McCloskey. Nowhere. Otis Cone. The names are getting harder to pronounce. We're making these name databases a little bit more complex and more diverse. Otis, nowhere yet. 122, Michael Rapp, Providence, VTech. In on him, nothing yet. No, there's still room for these guys to sign. No information on Quincy Callahan. Bill Dozer, yeah, thanks guys for following. We also have a bigger network here, not just the league, so I appreciate everybody building up the network here for games just like this one. So Ruben Hagen, he's unsigned as well. Auburn, he really wants to go to Auburn, but unsigned at the moment. Cards has got some details here. All right, Rick Hidalgo, he hasn't signed. Minnesota Akron, 119, nothing up with that. And we have our first signing. So Lorenzo John from Hillman, Michigan, stays local, goes to Michigan, joins Dave Galindo, and Dave's taking over Michigan, so that's his first signing and our first signing of the sim. So congratulations on that. Julian Castillo, unsigned. We're at 116. Adrian Pittman, unsigned. Englishman. International recruit, unsigned at the moment. Don't know if it's any good. Dominic Winston, unsigned, 115. Richard Washington, 114, unsigned, still going. Irvin Galvin, 113, unsigned, still going. Kevin Taylor, 112. Colorado. So must have seen something he liked here with Agalia. Agalia signed Kevin Taylor. He's a local kid and goes to Colorado. The number 112 recruit, looks like he can shoot. Next up, Clinton McKenzie, Cincinnati Northwestern is on top of his list, and he's unsigned. Sylvester Ulmer, Kentucky LSU on there, unsigned. 109, Daquan Carroll, unsigned. We're getting almost to the top 100. 108, Mississippi State, Collins, unsigned. Major Renfro, that's a good name, unsigned as well. LeBron King. This guy, I was looking at him with one of my teams. This guy's not good, I don't think. But actually, he's got some decent ratings here, so maybe he is. Alabama, A&M. Definitely I bowed out, but I don't think I would have beat any of those guys anyway. So Alabama still wants LeBron King. He's unsigned. Jerome Fleming. So Blink, you were the first. Oh, no, you were not. Oh, yeah, you did. You're third in the chat. But Seton Hall, Jerome Fleming. There's your first signing of the night. Yeah, don't worry. Florida is at the very end of the stream where they sign everybody after. So that's how it goes. Vincent Kobayashi, unsigned here from Montana. 104 recruit. He's got pretty good grades. So that's pretty good. But unsigned. Okay, so 103, Luke Noble. Penn State, North Carolina. He's unsigned as well. And we're getting towards the top 100 now. Vince Aguilar. He's unsigned. And Wisconsin and Michigan in on this guy. Let's see. Herb Jacoby, 101 unsigned, and we're still moving through here. So DeMarco Alonzo, unsigned, and we're into the top 100 now. And who's 99? Theo Ali, unsigned. So Otis Dvorak, unsigned. Nothing up here. Let's see. John Morellas. He's unsigned. Miss State. Bulldogs. Interested in this guy. All right, here we go. We got a signing. Les Busby. He's going to Coffee. Coffee's going to catch him on the live stream. And Les Busby is signed out of Wisconsin, going to Butler. Beating out Dayton, Ohio Bobcats, and Marquette on the signing. All right, what else we got? Rory Hester, unsigned, 95 spot. Continuing on. Dudley Gable, unsigned at 94. VTech, Penn State, Clemson, still left. Sherwin Skelton, that's a good name. Dayton, Cincinnati, unsigned as well. Theodore Lemons, he's got Auburn and Clemson all over him. Georgia Tech, looks like this is a Blink versus Jedi battle going on. And Lemons is still unsigned. So another day, another pitch. Devon Seymour, VTech, Penn State. They're in on him. He's unsigned. Into the 90 spot. Lu Zhu, Akron, Kent State, in on him. Unsigned. 2.4 GPA. That's going to be a story of this this recruiting class. The GPA grades are so low. A lot of gambling going on here. All right, Broderick Davis, Arkansas. So this is an AI pickup now because we dropped those kids, those guys. Tyler, he's gone. So Arkansas is AI. AI likes Broderick Davis here. All right, Jimmy Keeney, unsigned, 88. We're getting closer as we heat up. Sherwin Geller, Murray State, Boise State, unsigned. He's got some decent ratings here. Small forward, plays D, and 2.2 GPA. So there you go. Everyone's gambling, but it's the AI that looks like they're kind of in on this guy. Giovanni Matheny, nothing happening yet. 85, Nehemiah Boone. I don't know. That name was just throwing me off. Nehemiah. Oh, all right. Okay, so Wisconsin, Cincinnati, and Dayton interested in this 85 overall. Henry Katz, unsigned right now. We're into 84. Aaron Mayhew, unsigned at 83. Jacques Novak. I find like these guys don't sign as quickly, and it just seems like there's a lot more signings when we get to the top 50, top 25. There's been so much pitching and interest that those guys decide pretty quickly. Shandell Hinoyosa, Butler, Marquette, Ohio, still left over. Butler's in on him. Butler's in on him the most. Unsigned still. Brad Booth going to the Spider. Brad Booth, the point guard from Iowa, going to Missouri. Number 80 overall. So there's a signing for Mizzou. Jamal Marcus, a JUCO, 79 unsigned. Jaden Hilton, 78 unsigned. Jefferson McKinley, 77 unsigned. Aristides Theodorakis, he's unsigned from Greece. Don't know who's in on him. So it would be nice if Cards' account had a little more information on internationals, but he really hates internationals. And we're not getting any information from Mr. Cards 1125. So next up, Junior Crowley, Dayton, Kentucky, Kent State, still unsigned. Colin Marin, 74 unsigned. Deontay Tuck, he's unsigned. He's got one of those looks, though. These guys play good. If you know anything about Anton Gordon, maybe Tyshawn Doll. Maybe there's some superstition if you get a player that looks like this dude. These guys can ball. Wayne Miles, Blink has lit up the chat. He's going to Georgia Tech, beating out the Gamecocks. Tenney, LSU. Look at this chase. He's a bit of a slut. Kind of likes them all. But in the end, he chose Blink. So if he can turn this hoe into a housewife, that's what he's doing. All right. Fareed Trahan, Utah. Honolulu. Some of these guys from Hawaii can ball. I got a couple guys on San Diego State. They can play, man. These guys. So Utah grabs them. So Lloyd's in the chat, I think. So congratulations, Lloyd. I saw L Boston type it in there somewhere. All right, Radley Stanley, 70 unsigned. Keeping it moving. Quentin Huber, Mini. So Mini, I think it's picked up by Kev now. So Kev has got one more team. We used to have another guy who ran Mini. He had to, he was a traveling salesperson and could not be around to manage anymore. So Mini, Quentin Huber, Jivon Cole, 68, unsigned at the moment. Javon Allen, unsigned right now, 67. Jeffrey Schneider, he's unsigned right now. Tris Taylor, 65, unsigned still, Monte Vista Christian High School in California. Damarian Leonard, another Hawaiian baller here. And those look like some pretty good scouting going on there. So a center going to Utah State. And I can't remember who runs Utah State. But what I can do is I can pull up a certain document I have. And Utah State. God. Didn't hit it on the search, so what do we got here? Gotta look at the conference. So where are those MAC teams? So Midwest. There we go. Vin. Okay. All right, Vin. Congratulations on that one. Did not see that one coming. Good job. All right. Next up. Duke. Rodney Para. The Dukies. 3.5 GPA. That's the kind of players they need. So we got Duke here. I think it's AJ Gipp getting Para. He's signing with the Blue Devils. All right, next up, Levon Griffin, Marquette. So he beats out Michigan State. Well, the Marquette owner beats out Michigan State, Ohio State. I don't know if that's a coffee team as well. Or is that AI now? But yeah, Levon Griffin, 62. Next up, Giovanni Weber. And he's got Miss State, the two Mississippis all over this guy. And he's unsigned at the moment. Next, Donovan Proctor. Unsigned, 60. We're at 59 now. Ricky Faulkner, unsigned, NC State Seton Hall. Jamal Martin, unsigned, Clemson, top team on the list so far. Charles McClanahan, unsigned. We're almost into the top 50 now. Another Para, Ron Para, a JUCO. No one really cares for this guy. He doesn't have anyone besides 5. So someone just give him a call. Like, seems pretty lonely here. And or he's just really picky. Not sure. Okay, Redmond Davidson. He's unsigned, North Carolina on his trail. If AI really wants him, he'll take him if he wants to go there. But he's unsigned at the moment. Jadon Shepard, he's going to Miss State, the Bulldogs. So we got Miss State getting in on things. The SEC conference. He's he's from South Carolina, but Jadon Shepard goes to Miss State, beats out several teams. Big Ev, big landing. Jadon. All right, up next. Kevin McCarty goes to Mr. Cards 1125, internet celebrity, streamer extraordinaire, and you know, if he's having a streamer beverage, it would be over a guy like that. So McCarty is a guy who'll be around for 4 years, MVP at Memphis. So Louisville gets an important player at the wing position. Cannot handle the ball. That'll be interesting to see what happens there. But man can shoot. All right, Tiante Castaneda. Nevada has struck. So this guy was probably, I know a lot about him since I follow a lot of the West and the Great Plains. Probably the best point guard in the entire pool. San Diego State, to talk from my lens, has a lot of guards. I did pitch. Didn't think I would, you know, particularly land him. It would just be a glut at the guard position. But Nevada. So AK got some guy to really build his team around. This guy's pretty good. Tiante Castaneda. Murphy Rock, 51. We're almost at 50 now, so there's no one on this guy. Rock Beauregard from France. Unsigned right now at 50, and no idea who's in on this guy yet. These guys got weird, like jaundice skin colors. I don't know what's up with that color tone on the skin. Okay, Cody Horner, a scary GPA guy. I know this guy from Great Plains. He's unsigned right now. We're into the top 50. Vance Grooms, Pitt. So this is not AI. He did go to AI for a bit, then went back. I think Pitt has an owner. And Pitt, Vance Grooms, 48, going to the ACC. Santana, JUCO, going to Michigan. Dave Galindo is not biased. He's not age biased. So he'll take a JUCO for a couple years, see how he does. But Santana King is going to Michigan. 46, Wesley Trammell. unsigned at the moment. And Georgia Tech gets a good one here. I remember seeing this guy, I think he's top 5 out of Memphis. And Ainsley Merchant is going to Georgia Tech. So trying to erase the bad memories of the transfer of the other center that went to Notre Dame. Georgia Tech seems to get their centers. Hopefully he's happy, he sticks around. Any hints at what kind of personality he'll have here? I don't really know from this part. But yeah. Ainsley Merchant. Okay, Louisville has struck again. You know what? Like they're kind of bottom feeding guards though, because I was going with this guy with South Alabama, and Louisville's going in on this guy. But I guess like if you don't have that depth, it doesn't hurt to have him around 8th, 9th on the list. But signing's a signing. If he's no good, you can always probably cut and make up for it. All right, Houston Mangia, I can't pronounce that. 43 unsigned. Vigo Collins. So I tried to go with this guy with Prairie View, and it's going to Vanderbilt. He's decided. Kevon Field. He's still around, unsigned right now. We're into the top 40. This is some of the best of the best. We're getting into the top 25 players at Indy. A lot more of them now. Cedric Gall, T-Tech. He's going to the 2-time champs. The back-to-back story from Tripp and Cedric Gall. Is it his type of player? There's athleticism. Stealing, not so much. Can pass. But definitely someone that Tech can use in their rebuild. Well, they're not rebuilding, but they did lose a lot of players. Nat Barber, unsigned 39. The JUCO, the big JUCO out of the Southeast region, Larry Provost. I actually pulled the plug on this guy. Something was really wrong about his assists rating and steals. They were on F. And then I can't understand why he doesn't get one a season like that. I don't understand what was going to happen with his rating here. So I pulled the plug on this guy, but good luck. No offense. And he could be good. All right, George Griffin, 37 unsigned. North Carolina, VCU, still in the interest pool. All right, what else? Elijah Camarena. He's going to Purdue. So the Spider is getting stuff for his team. This guy's not going to, go pro too soon. He's also, maybe won't transfer. It's been a bit of Purdue's been kind of unlucky. Chico Finley, point guard, unsigned right now, 35. And we're entering into the top 30. So things are going to get interesting from here. There's a lot of talent coming up. Doc Cody. It's Georgia Tech. It's Georgia Tech in the ACC. So it's taken a few years. This man definitely needs some sort of, retin-A cream for his eyes. Something's up there. This dude is good. I think he was a top 5 at Memphis, and now Georgia Tech is a desirable place to go in the ACC. The prestige has been going up, and the players are arriving. Joshua Ponce, unsigned, 33. What else we got? Lonnie Van Cincy. So I think this is a team that was given up, gone to the AI. I think now we're going to start to see some of the impact of the AI, and that AI impact is going to be felt soon. And are they going to start scooping some of our better players? There's a lot more AI now. Aaron Coates. So Louisville came around, saw these, East Coast Jam top 5 guard. I think this guy was even a Memphis top 5. And Louisville just said, I'll take them, I'll take him, I'll take him. And that's how it's gone. So there's a few guards now going to Louisville. 31, we're into the top 30. Garrett Kovacs goes to Vin Calia. So this guy was, he was on my list. Considered, but didn't want to pitch this guy in the first wave. Like, you gotta, man, sometimes you gotta swing from the fence. But he's a good player. So Texas wants him. Texas got him. And he could be there a long time. Big contributor. Next up, probably a bad sign that this is what I'm thinking, though. When Louisville starts getting all these guys, what that means is Florida's probably getting these other guys. And that might not be good for the league. Well, in terms of trying to compete with them. Sidney Strong. He's unsigned still, 29. What else we got coming up? Elijah O'Keefe. He's unsigned as well, 28. We're almost into the top 25 now. Dwayne Smith unsigned. Oh, this is Mr. 28. Our favorite Lloyd says that this guy is going to be the biggest bum. So beware about Elijah O'Keefe. But he used to be 31. So maybe that means something else. Dwayne Smith used to be 28. Now he's at 27. Watch out for these guys. Malcolm Callaway, unsigned. So this is a different Callaway, not the one that everyone's kind of watching tonight. But a good player as well. Florida State, Kentucky, still in on that. So Super Cali, I think, is trying to go for him. Antonio Schultz. Okay, so Florida's come into the Great Plains where they don't belong, and now they're trying to scoop some peripheral guys. And why didn't they go for Coates? Why didn't they? I don't know. The grass is always greener on the other side. But here comes Bubba. Here comes Florida into the Great Plains. So all right. Next up, Cartier Lovett. So Texas again, second guy, a top 25 player, 5-star. We're into the 5-star talent now. And what else is next? North Carolina gets the big Charlie Brooks. So if they want this guy, he's going to be around for 4 years. This is a good signing. North Carolina needs a guy like this. Beating out Florida, beating out Tenney, Louisville. Those are the guys chasing Charlie Brooks. All right, Max Metcalf, highly desirable player. A San Diego State sighting. Whoa. Okay. Louisville, West Virginia, Tucky. I hope he passes his GPA. That's just a little weird. But anyways, interesting. Now we're going to see if those other teams try to, Max, I wanted you first, please. I didn't really want Charlie Brooks. Those guys are going to start showing up soon. Okay, next up, Mark Dobson going to the Bonnies. So this is an interesting sitch. Good player. Low GPA. I don't know what we can do to get his books up. I have him on. I'm tracking him with Prairie View, hoping he doesn't sign. So he's going right now to the Bonnies. And what's up next? Bonnie's in the top 25. That's a nice one, though. LaShawn Neal. No information here. These guys are starting to get really good, though. All these players are pretty desirable. What else is up here? Tremaine Partridge, unsigned still. He's a top 5 camper from Great Plains, so could be for somebody. I think his GPA is quite low. And next up, Marcus McHugh. It's going to Virginia. So Josh, he's active. He sent his bids in, and he got Marcus McHugh. Beating out Georgetown, Locust, the AI, Duke. Very high GPA. Very, very high. And could be a 4-year player. That's a good player. You don't have to worry about his grades here. Ronald Bowling. That's a big signing. So beats out Florida. Beats out Purdue. Beats out Pitt. And Kev. He's going to UConn. Long tradition of centers. Emil Okafor. A lot of other bigs. You got Drummond. He's going to UConn. Next up, Albrecht. And the poaching continues of the Great Plains. Florida gets Albrecht. He wants to leave Texas. I definitely pitched this guy, so. The poaching has started and not ending yet. Next up, Donovan Jones goes to Virginia. And what else we got going on here? Who's at 14? Baylor. So Creighton. The Creighton meltdown might be underway. Neither of these guys came to Creighton. Going to Lloyd Boston. The other guy's going to Florida. It's going to be tough. Tough to keep up. Next up, Winfield Menard. We got West Virginia, Memphis, top on this guy's list. What else we got going on here? Shaq Orr. He's unsigned right now. All right, what else we got going on here? Jeremy Escamilla. He's a really good small forward. We're almost into the top 10. Mich State, Pitt, Maryland on him. Probably everyone is going to move to him once they lose their best guys. Next up, Chaz Barley to Michigan. So Dave Galindo has made his players, made his picks, chose his guys, and a local Michigan guy. So he's going. We're into the top 10 now. Next up, Kai Poland, Illinois, 4.0 GPA. Beats out Kentucky, beats out Louisville, beats out Duke. Jedi has landed probably his top target. And you need that 4.0 GPA kind of player. So, and look at this. Not to be a little cheeky, but Cards came in with wanted to know a little bit more about this guy. Was interested in Kai. So I think Louisville did pitch him. All right, next up, Fred West, the English presence, goes to Coffee in Maryland. He chose his plan of attack, and that's who he's getting. So let's set the table here up now, because I know who's around left in this top 7. Haven't seen anything from Michigan State. Haven't seen anything from Zaga. So Creighton hasn't got anything. So I'm hoping this narrative helps me. But there's good teams that have been pretty shut out. Kansas. Now it's a question about what actually happens. And next up, it's going to be Callaway to Butler. The MVP has chosen over Creighton, over Cincy, over West Virginia, over Kentucky. The 2.1 GPA. Indy MVP is going to Butler. If he can sign, if he can stay. But it's Butler beating out a lot of interest. That is a big pickup. And what do we got left? Actually, I'm shut out for Creighton, I think. Let's see what else we got. TJ Jenkins still doesn't know where he wants to go. And next up, after Jenkins, we got Donald Hawks. Still doesn't know where he wants to go. So there's North Carolina, Michigan State around that guy. Floyd Tubbs unsigned, but look who's at the top of the pile right now. Maryland, Locust, Dame trying. What's up over here? We got Maxwell Britt. So he goes to Michigan State. Michigan State struck. It wasn't going to last forever. That they weren't going to get in on the best guys, but Michigan State. So last year was Tyshawn Dahl, number 2. I don't know who it is this year, Hawks or someone, but I'm not in on any of those guys. So I'm pretty much shut out in recruiting this year. So let's see. And it's Florida again. I really hope some scraps start on this team. Like, there's just a lot of talent, not a lot of playing time. He stays in region and he gets them as well. So Florida is doing the scoop. They're just coming around and scooping who they want. It's the Gator Chomp in Gainesville. And the last player of the night, the number 1 overall, not necessarily the best player, but the number 1 high school recruit 5-star, goes to Zona. Jacob McMullen. So he's staying kind of in region from Nevada to Arizona. And that's it. Now it's all going to be, when I go update this file, everyone's going to be scrambling to find who they're going to get next. Let's have a little, reflection of what happened here. Blink a bunch of guys, Bubba a bunch of guys, Big Ev's getting guys, Coffee's in on the top end indie player. So a lot of people in the group chat getting rewarded. Have good luck this season. And, the tides are turning for some teams. Creighton's now shut out. San Diego State shut out. So after this year, could be a really, really bad spot. But anyways, I want to thank everyone for coming. Pretty good timing, 41 minutes. Everyone can resume their lives. And I appreciate everybody for being a part of the chat. Let's go talk about these guys over in our Discord server. And I'll see everyone over on that side, because they're going to shut this thing down. So, all right. Have a great Saturday, everybody. Take care.